Hey y'all, it's Latoya Q back with another video. Now, I may be taking my glasses off because for you, it may be weird to see me with glasses on because of the reflection, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not blind. All right, so let's just get right into the topic. Do you have analysis paralysis? You're like, what is that? Hold on, I'm gonna explain. Simple terms. Are you an overthinker? Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah. Make up your mind. Yes. Okay. Great. I found my tribe. You'll know you're an overthinker by when you have a really great idea and then you start talking yourself out of doing these things because you started thinking about the time that it's going to take, the details that have to be attended to, how many people have to be in place, and how many directions you're going to be pulled. And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't even want to do it anymore. If you get stuck in your own head, you have analysis paralysis. If you can't get out of your own way just long enough to go do a thing, you have analysis paralysis. And if you conveniently talk yourself out of doing a thing, you have analysis paralysis. And honey, we're going to have to get you out of there. So many of us think we have to have everything in place to get started. That if I don't have everything 1 through 10, for steps 1 through 10, if it's not all in a row, if it's not all checked for, if it's not all there, I can't start. Honey, let me tell you, sometimes you're going to have to start step 1, 2, and 3 to find out. When you do step 1, 2, and 3, it unlocks 4, 5, 6. You can't just start looking at 4, 5, and 6 up to 10 and say, I can't start because I don't have everything. Well, you have everything. You just had to start. So 3 ways to get yourself out of analysis paralysis or overthinking. So let's get you moving. First step first, you need to know how to set deadlines. Giving yourself deadlines creates action, and actions create momentum. You need momentum to keep moving. So when you give yourself a deadline or set reminders for yourself, you're able to keep reminding yourself to keep moving, that you have a pace, that there's a tracker, that you have somewhere to be and you're accountable for a specific task. So set a reminder so that you are able to give yourself enough time to get things done. Now, a good way to do that is if you have a large project, consider giving yourself a deadline from 2 weeks to a month. But if it's something that's a little bit more short term, give yourself anywhere from 28 to 48 hours, a day or two. That's it. Because when you realize that you can move quickly, that you can move intentionally, that you can move with the right connections, you'll then you'll be on a momentum to keep getting things done. You'll stay on that path that you won't have time to overthink. You won't have time to get stuck because you're moving. One of the next things that you can do, number 2, is focus on the next step. So let's just say, for the sake of time, we just gonna keep it really simple, okay? Let's use the example that you're going on a trip. And in order for you to get to your final destination, you have to do certain things to even get on the road. And so if you start overthinking like, oh my gosh, I gotta pack. Not only do I gotta pack, I gotta get gas. Then I need to get the steps and the route down. I need to know all these things. I can't get to my final destination place because I have to do all these things to even get in the car. Well, being an overthinker, you're not even gonna get in the car. You're not even gonna turn the car on. You're not going to move out of your driveway. You're not going to go anywhere, being an overthinker. So to get out of analysis paralysis, you're just going to have to focus on one step at a time and then be only ready to focus on the next step. Don't be ready to focus on the whole drive and the whole journey. Just focus on what you need to be doing now and in the next moment. Now, if you watched my last video about being an imposter and having the imposter syndrome, and cutting that thing off, you'll understand the theme of this next thing, number 3. Number 3 is embracing imperfection. So many times people get stuck in analysis paralysis because they want things to be perfect. And when it doesn't look perfect, they can't even start. They can't even get past what doesn't look perfect. And so accepting flaws, accepting imperfections, not saying it's always going to stay imperfect and that it's never going to get better. It's just that you don't want to be deterred, or you don't want to be prevented from accomplishing your goal. You want to be moving. You want to be moving ahead. So only way to do that is to embrace the imperfections. Don't get caught up on what's perfect. And just like in the last video, when you're caught up on being perfect, 9 times out of 10, it's just so that you can please other people. You just need to get things done. So start small and just start collecting your success. Because as you pile up and they all compound, it becomes into a major big win. So don't get stuck not doing something. Get caught up in doing whatever you can do as quickly as you can do it, because you need momentum. Waiting for the perfect moment will have you always waiting. But when you understand that you are able to get in alignment with what is for your highest good, and you have all the tools that you need for every step, and the tools that you don't have, you are resourceful enough. You're resourceful enough that they will come to you, or you will acquire them anyway. So don't get caught up in what things look like now. Get caught up in what do you need to move now, whether that is getting a little bit more education, or getting the right contacts, or being in the right environment, the right city, the right state. Whatever it may be, you need to get in alignment with your highest self. And your highest self does not have time to wait on you to be overthinker and to wait on you to get out of your own way. Your highest self knows what your struggles are. And I'm sure along the way, you have gotten little tools and tips to move it along. But you keep getting caught up in your mindset. Well, let me tell you, if you cannot get out of your own way as quickly as possible, those roadblocks become barriers, and then they become mountains, and then you don't know how to get around them. So while you have a chance, go ahead and start addressing those issues that you have, whether it is being an imposter and having imposter syndrome, whether you have analysis paralysis, whether it's just you need a good coach, whatever it may be. Go ahead and check out my Stan.store. It's Stan.store /inmydigitalbag, and you can get a one-on-one coaching call with me. Now, you may be wondering, why would you want to talk to me? So I am a former trauma specialist, facilities director at an emergency shelter, and I have worked with thousands of people. When I say thousands, thousands of people. I have been doing this over the last 2.5 decades. And then I found myself in this holistic spa where I feel like I can help more people. So now I have time to actually sit down and coach, and where I'm talking to people about getting out of their own way, dealing with their trauma, and accomplishing goals that they ultimately need to accomplish. Not the things that you want to, but the reason why you are here, the reason why you have been sent to this planet. It's purposeful, it's divine, and you should be doing it. And we need you here. So if you are needing any type of help and you are wanting to connect with someone who is not only willing to listen, but give you sound advice, okay? Sound advice. Go ahead and go to my Stan.store, Stan.store /inmydigitalbag. And there you can connect with me and also see some freebies, some books, entrepreneur books and things like that. And just go ahead and check out. Connect with me so that I can give you some help and we can get this thing moving along. So I hope this video helps you. Definitely go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, the like button, all of the bells. Go ahead and hit it so the next time I drop new content, you are first in line to watch it. So thanks for watching. Latoria Q. Bye, baby.